Commissioners, we have another presentation. Any of you who live or drive Alcoa Highway knows that there's a lot of growth there. First with UT Hospital and second with University of Tennessee Cherokee Farms. Because of that growth, we need more electric capacity in that area. And Gabriel Bolas, our Manager of Energy Systems Operations, has been working with UT about siting a new substation to serve in that area. So I'll turn the program over to him.
Thank you. For a few minutes about our substation. We're calling the Cherokee Trail Substation, and we're currently in discussions and design about that. So the goal is to possibly have this thing in operation end of next year, but I want to cover some details about that. Currently, we have a substation that serves the UT Medical Center. It was built in the late 80s. For that hospital, it was new. It was a very small station. It was a direct serve to that hospital. Over the last 25 years, that hospital has grown tremendously, compounded with the fact that Minta made at the point that we have now a Cherokee Farm facility across the street. The demand in the area is going to such that existing station can't serve anymore. It was built on a small site. I'll show that to you in a minute, and we don't have a lot of flexibility to maintain that station because it's at capacity. Give you some bearings where we're at. Here's Alcoa Highway. There's the UT Medical Facility. All the buildings they've added on since then. Cherokee Bluff condominiums, and of course UT Ag and main campuses to the north. The existing station, as you will see, sits on about a half-acre piece of property. Literally, we call it a postage stamp of a site that serves just the hospital. That's all it can serve. The new site we're looking at is sitting right there in a spot I'll show you in a few minutes, in a spot that's going to be kind of hidden adjacent to this hospital, but also can serve this entire Cherokee Farm campus when it builds out over the next few years. The estimated cost of this station is going to be around $7 million. This is about the exact same cost we spent on the Dell Avenue substation we just finished at the corner of Dell and 17th Street. It will allow us to triple the capacity of the area. This station is going to be on about an acre and a half of property, not a very big site, but bigger than we've got there today, and allow us to serve these customers in some a little bigger area than we have today. It will require us to upgrade the existing lines there today and allow us to build some new feeder circuits out to those customers. We will keep the new station in service. That will still be the primary source for UT Hospital. But this will be a first contingency backup so that we can do maintenance, take it out of service, upgrade it at times, and then still be able to serve that whole south of the river area right there adjacent to Alcoa Highway. Having learned from the Dell Avenue substation, aesthetics is a big deal. I think they're beautiful. I know the public doesn't think that necessarily. But we're trying to make it as low impact visually as we can. So this station is going to have a lot of the same features that we built on Dell Avenue. It'll have a nice retaining wall around it, or not retaining, a beautification wall that'll kind of hide it. We're going to build this into the ground. We'll basically excavate about 15 feet of dirt to build it down into the hill, and use some of the natural vegetation that's there to kind of mask this visual side of this. We did this talking to a lot of community leaders. We met with UT's administrators, both the Ag campus and the main campus. We've met with University Hospital administrators about this. It's right against their site. We've talked with the City of Knoxville and county commissioners. And so we've asked them to give us input. Tell us what we did well in the last substation. What can we add to this one? How can we change the look? We had that meeting on February 12th. It was well received. The suggestions they have given us, we've implemented. And we have put it on our website for people to look at. Here's a picture of the substation. You can't see it. I'm standing on Nayland Drive. My back is to the botanical gardens at UT, looking across the river. This is the corner of UT Medical Hospital you see as you drive down Nayland Drive. The station sits literally behind this right here. That is the actual trees that are there today. We're going to actually put it behind that, leave those as they are today, and put the station literally in the ground to some degree there. And this is a summertime shot. So, okay, what happens in the wintertime when the leaves are all gone? That right there is the top of that wall that I talked about we have on the existing station at Dell Avenue. So that's all you're going to see is that top of the wall in the wintertime. Those poles exist today. We're going to use those same poles. We'll probably upgrade them and replace them when we're out there. But they're the exact same poles we have there today. So the idea is to keep this thing basically, I won't say invisible is the right word, but nobody can see it from either Alcoa Highway, Nayland Drive. I made made the reference earlier, a helicopter might be able to see it, but that's about all we wanted to see. So right now, we're working with UT, it's their property, to acquire that site, that 1.5 acres from them. We are currently have agreed on all the principles and all decisions to be made. They have to go to their board of trustees, and then the State Building Commission, which is coming in the next few months. Assuming all that goes well, we are able to start building the substation. We are designing in parallel with that, because everybody is in agreement this station is needed and where it's at makes sense. With the hopes of starting construction this summer, working through the winter, completion next summer, 2014. So once it's in place, we'll have all the wires, all the capacity that we need in that area, hopefully for the next 30, 40 years. Any questions about that
Can you
station?
go to the map that has the little red?
Yep.
It's gonna be-
Yes, that one.
Okay. So what's on the other side? You showed us kind of from Neyland and there.
Yeah.
What are those people gonna see?
They actually, I have a picture like that. I didn't bring it with me, but they see nothing because we're over the hill, kind of over the hill, and there's nothing. But you see what they're actually seeing.
So it's down.
It's
and
down in a
on
hole.
that
We're over a
other
knoll,
side.
like have a knoll. We're kind of down the other side of the little hill, building even further than the ground. So the picture is what's there today. So we did the artist rendering, and there's literally just the same trees, same hills, same grassy area. That's there today. You will not see the station at all. You can see the top of the wall. One thing I failed to mention, we're going to build all the exit circuits, high voltage and medium voltage, out underground. Right, we'll go with overhead lines out of the station, so it's going to even be more low profile than the Avenue station we have today. So once again, trying to take consideration of the visual impact and make that virtually non-existent to those who live and drive around this area.
Yeah, you say take care of our future needs for 30, 40 years. Other than the hospital and the west side of Alcoa Highway,
Yes.
UT's property, will it serve any other
Yes.
needs? What would it?
We are planning on, we plan on serving some areas just south of this, what I call the Woodson Drive area. That'll be an area we'll probably serve out of the station. It'll give us a backup to that area also. It also will serve as a backup, not as a primary feed to the main campus. We have an existing line overhead that goes across the river. We're right now putting our line underground across the river to give redundant feeds to the UT campus and the Ag campus, so they can serve both directions to each other. So it will serve more than just this footprint. It'll probably serve Cherokee Bluff Apartments. All those areas will get the benefit of that station also. Like I said, right now that existing station is to max right now, and we need to do something to alleviate its capacity.
So when you put it in, what will our capacity be based on what we have right now?
Right now we have 30 megawatts sitting at this station. We're adding another 100 to that. So we're really tripling that, what we have today. And the Cherokee Farm projections are 25 megawatts. They haven't built the first building yet. They've got in conception the first building ready to start. We won't know until they start building those research facilities, but they're saying 25 megawatts alone on that capacity. You've got the hospital using almost 16 to 20. So right there you've got just a lot of load in a small area. That doesn't include the other campuses or other future build-outs. I expect this area to keep continuing to grow like a technology corridor long term.
How much right away we own in that area there to get there?
Right now, we have existing lines that run to this station along the river. We're utilizing those same right-of-ways with UT. In some cases, we're redefining those areas. They'd always been there, but never had it in writing. So we're working on those easement agreements with them. But we're using existing lines we have along this river that are the poles there today, and just using that existing direction. It goes along the old Cherokee Trail, they call it. We'll keep that road or trail intact and use it to build it, and then just keep it open for others to walk it and to use it as they have been today. I expect greenways will be tied together at some point along that direction. I fully expect that to happen, so we'll make sure that's being considered. This station won't be in the road, it'll be off the road, and so I'll be good for that.
How much we gonna pay UT for the site, or are they gonna give it to us?
That's good. In theory, nothing. What we're doing is, what's sitting there today, what you see right there is a little house that they use for the Ag campus to store materials, and we are going to tear that house down and in essence give them some money to build a house, the exact same type of house on a different site. But they're actually not charging us anything for the actual land itself, they're giving us the easement. But that's the only transaction will occur, is this house will be replaced. That's part of the deal, and that's, UT's been very amicable with that decision.
Any other questions? Thanks, Dave.
I would like to make one comment. You know, we had a few hiccups over the last few years about aesthetics and visibility, those sorts of things. And I want to thank the engineering division and communications, community relations, everybody who recognized in the past few years that these kind of structures have that kind of negative impact, and have worked very, very hard to not have future issues. So they've done a great job, and I think everybody understands and appreciates how important that is to the community. That's all we have.
Great. Is there any other business from the board? Public comment?
Mr. Presley's here.
Oh, you ready?
Yes, yes.
I'm the guy that I've been complaining to KUB about our bills.
If you'll come up here and state your name and give us your address, and let me remind you that we have a limit of 5 minutes.
Oh, well, 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. My name is Xavier Presley. My address is 1134 Gladiator Drive, 37909. I already had a report about 2 weeks ago about where the weather is calmer this year than it has been in a lot of years. And they had some customers complaining about why bills are extremely high this year than it was when we had calmer weather. And I called KUB, and their office was telling me, oh, well, we had some bad winter days. Yes, we have. We're going to continue to have them. But we have more calmer days than we had bad days. I kept a track of all those good days and bad days. And I called KUB about it, and they tell me, oh, well, turn your thermostat, do this to your thermostat. I did everything you guys asked me to do. And my bill jumped in September from $224 to $360. Last month, I go and get a surprise in the mail, it done jumped again. And I talked to the neighbors, they the same way. I just talked to a lady that coming up here, across the street at the market. She works there at the market, and she go to UT. She said her bill was $160 last month. She said this month is $260. She's taking her master's classes at UT, so she's at school most of the time. And then she said she's at the market. She said she's almost never home. And she don't understand it. My neighbor, he leaves sunrise and come home sunset. He's a maintenance man. He take care of all my utilities, anything we have going on wrong in the house. And his bill jumped $120. And he's never, it's just him and his wife. I was talking to KUB employees, and they tell me, oh, well, it's, the meter is still running when you're not home. My kids go to school 7:30 in the morning. Once they leave for school, I turn it off. And the sun just keeps the house normal. But as the sun keeps it normal, then when I see the sun getting ready to go down, I turn it back on so it don't have no extra power to push the thermostat up. So we just don't, I'm not the only one. I done went through the whole phone book, going to people's houses, asking them, is your electric bill going up this month or this year? Everybody said yes. I don't know what's going on. I wrote the Department of Energy in Washington. I don't expect him to write me back. I wrote the president. Guess what? I got a letter from the president. I got emails from the president. We even got phone calls from the president about our concerns. And I know TVA ain't going, they're going to just look at this and laugh at it and just push it under the table. And I'm okay with that. It's just I want you guys to know you have some concerned citizens out there. And we really care. I went to the KUB to pay my bill. And while I'm up there paying my bill, I asked the manager, why is this line so long? It's out the door. She said, we have to take our break. You got 5 windows in this brand new building, and you only got 2 employees working. She said, you got a problem? Call the mayor's office. I called the mayor's office. They said, we have nothing to do with what KUB does. Almost like they're afraid of them. I told the mayor, I said, okay, you want my vote next time? I'm going to mention this to you. So it's just, we have concerned citizens out there, and we need some help. I'm on a fixed income. I only get Social Security. My wife gets VA money from where she's in the military. We're struggling. I'm not asking for no handout. CAC, they gave me the energy plan, where they came out and re-insulated my whole home. Over $20,000 worth of work CAC put in our home, just so we could bring our energy level down. You had one good lady on the phone with me, she begged and she understood my complaint. I can't think of her name, them guys was asking me her name, I don't know her name, but she tried her best to help me. You sent an employee out there to help me with a water leak. After the water leak, he gonna tell me, oh, your grass is greener than the neighbor's grass. That's cause I'm out there on my hands and knees taking care of my yard. That's why. And that ain't for him to ask me that. But at the same time, you didn't help me with that water leak. And now I had a water leak in January, and that same water leak, you had a guy call me, and the water leak got fixed. Cedar Bluff Plumbing came out and fixed the water leak, and my utility bill, or the water part of it, it almost didn't reflect nothing. So I don't understand this up and down with our bills and getting these surprises in the mail. And one last good thing, you're quick to send these things out when we don't pay our bill. In January, I did it on purpose, paid my bill late, just to see how fast you're gonna put this on my door. But you ain't quick to hear my complaints. In August, you sent a guy out with one of these on my door. He said he's in the wrong neighborhood. He said, sir, I am very sorry. I'm not even in the right neighborhood. I ain't saying you're singling me out. Well, why would he even be in my area of 3709? And he said he is not supposed to be in the whole neighborhood. But he was quick to put this on my door. So that's all I'm asking is, just be fair with us. We expect the bills to go up. The economy's going up, everything's going up, we expect you all to do the same thing. But at least hear our complaints. I mean, for that lady to complain about her water, her electric bill going up $100, and mine done jumped from $224 to $360, just give me some kind of explanation. You had one KUB employees, and you can tell your employees from now on, every time I leave, I go and I stop, I see a KUB truck, I ask them, how's the work environment there? They said, they're under pressure. I said, well, what can I say while I'm up there? This is, say, please just tell them to stop our workload and give us some help. That's what your employee said. And I stop them all the time. I saw one guy in the pawn shop. He said, man, you think you'll be bad now? You keep living here. It's going to get worse. That's what your employee said. And the pawn shop guy said he was gone for Thanksgiving weekend. He said he come back, his bill is $125 more than it was before he left for Thanksgiving. We went to Miami for Thanksgiving. Come back, our bill, that's when we got that $306 electric bill. So all I'm asking is just give us some help, please. That's all I'm asking.
Mr. President, we appreciate your coming in and telling us your concerns. I saw you this morning talking to some of our KUB people. I know that you have in the past, and I hope that you will continue to talk to them, and hopefully together y'all can find some solutions to your problems.
Oh, that's all I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to do this not just for me, for other people. I mean, they're struggling almost worse than me. But at least try to at least know we do see what we trying to work with you guys. But if you all don't work with us, then it seems like you're taking advantage of us. And that's all I'm saying.
Thank you. Anybody else? There's no other business, then at this point we will adjourn. We will have a lunch session across the hall that's open to the public, and this portion of the meeting is adjourned.